Hey everybody, I'm Natalie Bencivenga and welcome to 5 Minutes With. This week I have not one, but two very special guests with me. I'm going to be chatting with Dan McKelvey, who is running for the Bellevue Borough Council, and during the day he is a senior business analyst at a healthcare company here in the city. And joining me as well is Roberta Edwards. She is running for the Avalon Borough Council and has worked in the hospitality industry. Thank you both so much for joining me.
Thank you for having us.
Yes. So Roberta, I'll kick it off with you. Why did you decide to run for local politics? What inspired you?
Well, a couple of things. A lot of the actual women in Bellevue that ran for the mayorship and council, and I'm friends and acquaintances with all of them. And then an older woman here in Avalon is retiring from her council post and encouraged a woman in her ward that's on my PTO. And then we got talking and she was like, you should run in your ward too. We need some new blood and new families. And I was like, if not now, when? Let's do it. So
I love that attitude. Really inspired that attitude too of like,
yeah,
if not now, when? And Dan,
yeah,
was it the same kind of energy that inspired you, or did you have different reasons for wanting to run?
A little bit different. As a father of two, a son that is into the video games and all that, and seeing on the YouTube, his big thing was seeing the ads during the 2020 campaigns of how Joe Biden was going to come and take our guns and how there's going to be no more police and military. That scared him. I want to show him and other kids and other, young adults that, the politics aren't for the elite. They're not for those that all have the political science backgrounds. I want to show them that, it's everyday, Dan and Roberta's to go out there and run for local politics.
Well, I think that's really an important point. So you're trying to set an example for your children, so to speak, in terms
yes.
of if you can see it, you can be it kind of attitude, and
absolutely
right here with local politics. So to piggyback off that idea, Dan, what made you want to do this in particular in the Bellevue community with this particular role, and what is it exactly that you would do as a part of this borough council?
So I got hooked up with an organization called the North Borough Progressives, also known as the NOBO Progressives here in Bellevue and Avalon. Spoke to a couple of the people that are on that organization, really jived well with them. And I said, hey, I'm interested in getting involved. What do we have available at the local level? They told me about the council positions, the mayor position. And, after kind of having a little sit down meeting with them, they said, you should run for council. So I said, absolutely, let's do it. I never done anything like it, but what the heck, I'll throw my hat in the ring for our little Ward 2 here that I'm in. And I went for it. So I was just out door knocking this past weekend, met a lot of awesome people, and a lot of people that I had engaging conversations with all said, what can we do to keep the community a community? It's Bellevue, Avalon are very walkable communities, but you see cars flying up and down every back road and main road at 100 miles an hour. That was one big concern a lot of people had. What are we going to do to make it safe still? So that's something that I'm really looking into and trying to work with my peers that I will be with. And then also we have a lot of rental apartments in the community. How do we keep those up to date, and how do we keep them clean and not letting them get overrun? That's something that we see a lot here in Bellevue. So I definitely want to try and work on that.
And those are really good points. And what I'm really hearing is it's like a real boots on the ground kind of experience where you're in the trenches, and I don't think people really fully understand what it is that people do or have actual power to do when they're on council. So from your perspective, Roberta, what are some of the issues that you're hoping to tackle if you are appointed or elected to the Avalon Council?
Well, according to my door knocking, like Dan said, that I'm also associated with the North Boroughs Progressives, and I just want to acknowledge the entire team that we have behind us, like hand holding us. But according to everyone that I've door knocked this weekend, parking, because we do have, the street parking, and we have the rentals, and And so people have suggested to me, can we paint the lines so that we can have, better parking spatially? I want to keep our community as clean as possible. We have some really great parks. I think that they could be better and better utilized, and I want to get involved with that. And any cross-borough work we can do, because we walk to each other's boroughs for schools and shopping, and just representing younger families is what I want to do when I get on council.
And you were mentioning this organization that's sort of behind both of you. Can you speak a little bit more frankly about what is this organization?
It's called the North Boroughs Progressives. It's a political action committee. We've fundraised and deposited all of our fundraising money into there, and they've endorsed a lot of candidates. We have our card. I don't know if y'all can see this. It has our council ward and our school board endorsed candidates. And then we're also recommending candidates for judgeships all across Pennsylvania. So it's not just people in our area. So they're behind us, helping us with logos and helping us door knock and keeping us streamlined. And I never really understood what a political action committee did. It sometimes sounds like a bad word if you listen to national politics, but it's been interesting to see it on the local level and how it's helped us.
Yeah, Dan, would you consider yourself a progressive? Did you seek out this endorsement, or is this something that just sort of you heard about and you wanted to explore further?
Definitely something I heard about, and I kind of looked into the organization, and again, after sitting down and speaking with the people that are leading it, we definitely connected, and I was like, yeah, like what they're about, community advocacy. I was like, absolutely. So just 2 weekends ago, a bunch of us, in the community, along with the North Boroughs Progressives, we cleaned up trash all throughout Avalon and Bellevue. At least 70 bags of garbage, all weekend, and it was awesome. It was awesome to see everyone come together as a community, and in the welcoming and the receptiveness of the people that you would walk by. Thanking you and just having general discussions was great.
And I really love that sort of idea that you really wanted to get your hands dirty and get involved and actually make an impact in your neighborhood and in your community. So as we wrap this 5 minutes up, could you both share with me just a statement or two about what it is that you really feel you'll bring to the table and why you hope people will vote more in local elections? And Dan, we can start with you.
Sure. So I hope to bring a fresh face, a positivity and vibrant energy, to the table. I know we have some people that are leaving, not rerunning, and I want to, continue on what good has been done so far, and just keep promoting the North Boroughs.
Wonderful. And Roberta, how about you?
We don't want to promote it too much, though. We love our community. Well, I want to talk about what you said earlier. Just voting in general and the power of your vote in the primaries is like amazing. Your voice in the primaries your single vote is wow. Anyways, I want to just be available. I'm out and about in the community all the time, everywhere. I also have a 9-year-old son at Avalon, and we're just out, and I just want people to know who I am and what I can hopefully do. I want to hear your complaints, and I just want to represent some younger families. We have an aging population that's moving out, and want to continue the vibrancy of the boroughs and make it even better. So.
Well, I appreciate you both so much sharing your platforms and your positions on some issues, and I wish you both the very best of luck moving into the primary, which is May 18th. So I hope everyone will get out and vote. And thank you for spending just a little bit more than 5 minutes with me.
Thank you so much, Natalie.
Thank you. Bye.